Hi. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is principle number 5, and it's Believe in Yourself is what it's called, and this is out of the Success Principles by Jack Canfield. So this one really spoke to me. I'll tell you a story in just a second that is in the revised version, which you can listen to on Scribd, S-C-R-I-B as in boy, D as in dog, Scribd. They've got like a whole bunch of audiobooks, and it's really cool to listen to them there. It's like $8 or $9 or $10 a month. So for any books that I can't find on YouTube, then I will listen to them on Scribd. So they have a different version, a little bit different version than this book. So I'll tell you that story in just a second. But this is probably going to be not too long. You weren't an accident. You weren't mass produced. You aren't an assembly line product. You were deliberately planned, specifically gifted, and lovingly positioned on the earth by the master craftsman. That's by Max Lucado, a best-selling author. You probably remember like the children's books that he wrote if you grew up in a religious-based home. So if you're going to be successful in creating the life of your dreams, you have to believe that you are capable of making it happen. You have to believe you have the right stuff, that you're able to pull it off. You have to believe in yourself. I know we keep talking about this. This is the 5th chapter, and we're still talking about believing in yourself, but I'm telling you, it is a make or break thing here, okay? Just checking out my son who's got, he's got animal crackers on him. He's fine. Whether you call it self-esteem, self-confidence, or self-assurance, it is deep-seated belief that you have what it takes. The abilities, inner resources, talents, and skills to create your desired results. Believing in yourself is an attitude. Believing in yourself is a choice. It's an attitude you develop over time. Although it helps if you had positive and supportive parents, the fact is most of us had run-of-the-mill parents who inadvertently passed on to us the same limiting beliefs and negative conditioning that they grew up with. But remember, the past is the past. There is no useful payoff for blaming your parents for your current level of self-confidence. It's now your responsibility to take charge of your own self-concept and your beliefs. You must choose to believe that you can do anything you set your mind to, anything at all, because in fact, you can. It might help you to know that the latest brain research now indicates that with enough positive self-talk and positive visualization, combined with the proper training, coaching, and practice, anyone can learn to do almost anything. The choice of what you believe is up to you. Okay, I will tell you right now. So you hear all the time these stories of these moms. That's kind of what like the gist of it basically is. You hear the stories of these moms, or specifically mentioned in this book is the grandma who saved children from, like their children or their grandchildren, from a burning car, or they picked up the car to save the child. You hear that all the time, right? It's because they believed it. Like they believed they could do it. And their body physically makes them able to do it. You can call it a miracle. You can call it by chance, or like just the proper leverage. But honestly, it comes down to you have to believe it to make it happen. So these women, because that's usually what it is, it's a woman that is saving a child, is physically capable of lifting a car because they believe that they can. That's it. They believe they can do it. Therefore, they do it. It happens. 2,000 pounds. They just lift it up. So just think about that. Next time you want something, you just believe you can have it. You can do it. You can get it. You can be it. Okay? Okay. You must take responsibility for removing I can't from your vocabulary. I once attended a Tony Robbins seminar in which we learned to walk on burning coals. When we began, we were all afraid that we would not be able to do it, that we would burn the soles of our feet. As part of the seminar, Tony had us write down every other I can't that we had. I can't find the perfect job. I can't be a millionaire. I can't find the perfect mate, etc. and then we threw them into the burning coals. We watched them go up in flames. 2 hours later, 350 of us walked on the burning coals without anybody getting burned. That night, we all learned that just like the belief that we couldn't walk on burning coals without getting burned was a lie, every other limiting belief about our abilities was also a lie. When George Danzig was a graduate student in mathematics at UC Berkeley, he arrived late for a graduate-level statistics class and found 2 problems written on the blackboard that he assumed had been assigned for homework, so he wrote them down. Not knowing that they had been written on the board as 2 famous examples of unsolvable statistic problems, he set out to solve them. This guy later would recount that the problems seemed to be would later recount that the problems seemed to be a little harder than usual, but a few days after he copied them down, he handed in the completed solutions for the problems, still believing they were a part of an assignment that was overdue. Danzig said, "If I had known that the problems were not homework, but were in fact 2 famous unsolved problems in statistics, I probably would not have thought positively, would have become discouraged, and would have never solved them." Danzig's story is a powerful, wonderful example of how, when you pursue your goals without limiting beliefs about what you can accomplish, you can create unexpected and extraordinary results. You have to believe that you can do something. You got to stop letting people tell you what you can and cannot do. If someone's putting limitations on you and you're taking that in, then that is going to be your truth. So you have to believe that you can do it if you want to do it. You got to stop telling yourself that you can't, that you aren't good enough, that you won't make it, that you don't have what it takes, because you do. And if you don't believe in yourself, I'll believe in you, because somebody has to, right? Don't assume you need a college degree. I'll just throw this out here. I am a college graduate, and I really am a big advocate for education, but not everybody needs it. Not everybody needs it, for sure. And I firmly believe that. So I'll tell you that right here. Hold on 1 second. Just had to turn off my heater because now I'm hot. Don't assume you need a college degree. Here's another statistic showing that belief in yourself is more important than knowledge, training, or schooling. 20% of America's millionaires never set foot in college, and 16 of the 492 Americans listed as billionaires in 2014 never even got a college diploma. 2 never even finished high school, which is insane. So, although education and a commitment to lifelong learning is essential to success, a formal degree is not required. This is true even in the high-tech world of the internet. Larry Ellison, CEO of Oracle, dropped out of the University of Illinois at the time of this writing and was worth $48 billion. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard after founding Facebook and now has a net worth of $28 billion. Now, this is pretty old, I'll tell you that. This was published in 10th anniversary, so 2015. We know Mark Zuckerberg is way more, worth way more now. So just know that. He dropped out of Harvard. I think it was on his second year. Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard and later founded Microsoft, and today he's considered by Forbes to be one of the richest men in the world with a net worth of more than $76 billion. Even former Vice President Dick Cheney dropped out of college. So, when you realize that a former vice president, several of the richest people in America, and many 20 million movie actors, as well as many of our greatest musicians and athletes, are college dropouts, it's clear that you can start from anywhere and create a successful life for yourself. Last part here that I think is super powerful. And I've been trying to find a way to articulate this, and I think I'm just going to go with this. What others think about you is none of your business. Venus Williams, the Olympic gold medalist and professional tennis champion, said, "You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. That's what makes you a winner." If having others believe in you and your dream was a requirement for success, most of us would never accomplish anything. You need to base your decisions about what you want to do on your goals and desires, not the goals, desires, opinions, and judgments of your parents, friends, spouse, children, and coworkers. Quit worrying about what other people think about you and follow your heart. I like Dr. Daniel Amen's 18-40-60 rule. When you're 18, you worry about what everybody is thinking about you. When you're 40, you don't give a darn what anybody thinks of you. And when you're 60, you realize nobody's been thinking about you at all. Surprise, surprise, most of the time, nobody's thinking about you at all. They are too busy worrying about their own lives, and if they are thinking about you at all, they're wondering what you're thinking about them. What? Meanwhile, all the time you are wasting worrying about what other people think about your ideas, your goals, your clothes, your hair, your home, could all be better spent focusing on doing the things that will make you achieve your goals. So, I'm going to read one part here again. Those other people that you're so worried about right now are too busy worrying about their own lives. And if they are thinking about you at all, they're wondering what you are thinking about them. Everybody is so focused on themselves and what other people think about them, at least in this point in life, that they're too worried about that to even be able to focus on their own lives. So stop thinking about other people and focus on your own life and what you want and what you're going to achieve. Because you're going to achieve it. You have to believe it to achieve it. So that is what I've got for principle number 5. I really, really like that 18-40-60 rule. I've been thinking that one for a while, so that's finally found it. Oh, really quick, one last thing is, because I got asked during a live video about an hour ago for my customer group, I am wearing one product on my eyes, my cheeks, and my lips. Guess what it is? Can you guess? On my lips, my cheeks, and my eyelid is cherry blush scents, which is super cool. It's a great thing to show for your customers how versatile it is. So just so you know, the blush scents, if I put it on my lips, because I keep getting them wet constantly, because I'm talking and like drinking and all that, so it will smudge off if I were to rub it like I would my normal, like my lip scents. So I don't recommend doing that live. Test it out first a couple times beforehand. Once it soaks in though really well, it's really easy. And if you put gloss, I didn't put gloss over top of it. Oh, by the way, it's like the most moisturizing, silky feeling. Our blush scents on our lips, it feels great. So, in case you didn't know that. I think that's it. I will talk to you guys next week.